It's Wednesday, my dudes. Stella Chung here with your daily fix. A sequel to one of the most popular multiplayer shooters ever was just revealed. Arcane Studios is walking back a much maligned aspect of their shooter Redfall, and Ubisoft has announced a new AI development tool that's been met with backlash online. Let's dive in. After more than 2 decades of waiting, we finally get a sequel to Counter-Strike. Well, if you don't count Counter-Strike 0, Counter-Strike Source, or CSGO. But none of those have 2 in the title, so obviously they don't count. Valve surprise dropped the news this morning with the equally surprising detail that it'll be free via an update to Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and it'll be out sometime this summer. The game will also run on the Source 2 engine and will feature, quote, upgraded and overhauled maps, along with redesigned visual effects and audio. Even the water fountain's got an upgrade. Valve also touted game-changing smoke grenades that interact with the environment. Honestly, this is going to be a huge change not only for normal players in CSGO, but also for competitive. CSGO esports has been on top of the charts for so long, and this is bringing it up to modern standards. But now there are also so many more elements to take into consideration, like how the smoke can be blasted away with a frag grenade. Guess it's time to dust off my old CSGO skills and dive right in. Oh, and if you're worried about your unlocked items in CSGO, have no fear, your items will carry over into the new game. So your $2,000 op skin is totally safe. Moving on to other multiplayer shooter news, Arcane Austin, the developers behind the upcoming supernatural co-op shooter Redfall, is working on reversing a previously announced requirement. Originally, the game needed an internet connection to run, even when playing solo. But game director Harvey Smith listened to the harsh public feedback and is working to reverse that requirement. Via Eurogamer, Smith said, quote, "We listened and we have already started work to address this in the future. We have to do some things like encrypt your save games and do a bunch of UI work to support it. I'm not supposed to promise anything, but we're looking into and working actively towards fixing that in the future." Smith also clarified that the always-on nature of the game was originally meant for Arcane to collect data on how people were playing Redfall, especially when they were facing technical difficulties. He explained that it was not to sell microtransactions. The game doesn't even have any, although DLC is planned. So it's great that the devs are listening to feedback even before the game is launched. But if you read his quote closely, he says the always-on fix may come in the future, so maybe don't expect it to make it into the game's code by launch. And finally, yesterday, Ubisoft revealed a new AI tool for developers that's been met with some skepticism online. Dubbed Ghostwriter, the tool can help write background dialogue for NPCs. According to Ubisoft, the idea is to help a game's narrative team to, quote, complete a repetitive task quickly and effectively and free them up to focus on the game's characters, cutscenes, and overall narrative. But the announcement has been met with criticism. A commenter on the announcement's YouTube video said, quote, "What a wonderful way to make your game worlds feel robotic and soulless." Tom Happ, the developer of indie games Axiom Verge and its sequel, said via Twitter that the tool could be useful for other indie devs who can't afford a large writing staff to handle background dialogue. Alana Pierce, former IGN staffer and current writer for Sony Santa Monica, said via Twitter, "As a writer, having to edit AI-generated script/dialogue sounds far more time-consuming than just writing my own temp lines. I would far prefer AAA studios use whatever budget it costs to make tools like this to instead hire more writers." With the emergence of consumer-facing AI tools like dall-e and ChatGPT, it will undoubtedly have an impact on game development for years to come. And those are your headlines for today, Wednesday, March 22nd. Are you excited for Counter-Strike 2? And what do you think about Ubisoft's AI writing tool? Time saver or herald of the machine apocalypse? Let me know in the comments. And when you're done leaving your carefully thought out and respectful comments, check out our hands-on preview for the aforementioned Redfall. I'm Stella, and I'll see you later.